All right. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Hello, good afternoon, and thank you for joining for the first webinar in our Tiny Training series. I see lots of familiar names and faces, which is great, and lots of new ones, so that's awesome too. We're excited to launch this series with an overview of our new program at 0 to 5 Montana, the Montana Child Care Business Connect. Oh, if everybody can make sure that they mute too. I have that reminder here, but we're getting some feedback. So as Jason just mentioned, and as we have in the chat, we'd like to know who all is joining us and where you're at. So please be sure to enter your name and where you work in your role. As he mentioned as well, we'll be using this to verify for ECP credit. So if you don't enter it in the chat, we may not be able to verify for credit. So please be sure to do that. Please also feel free to enter questions in the chat as we move through. We have a pretty short amount of time during these webinars. So if we don't get to your questions or get them answered in the chat during the session, we'll definitely reach out after. We want to make sure that all questions are answered. So we'll either get it done. Jason's going to be managing chat, and I think Caitlin was going to keep an eye on it a little bit too if she was able to be on. So I will do my very best to leave a few minutes at the end for any questions, but we do have a lot of information that we'd like to cover in this 30 minutes. So I can't promise that we'll have a few minutes at the end. And then again, just a reminder to be sure that you're on mute to avoid any background distractions for everyone. All right. So we want to just also give an overview of the Tiny Training series. I know some of you maybe registered just for today to listen in and find out what the Business Connect is all about, but we do have a 7-part webinar series through the end of March. And so this is just a brief overview of that. The webinar on cooperatives will be facilitated by the Montana Cooperative Development Center. And the one on risk management is going to be facilitated by an insurance agent that we've been partnering with. And all the other webinars will be facilitated by Jason Nitschke, who's our Senior Child Care Business Advisor. All of the webinars are on Thursdays from 1:30 to 2. You'll receive a link to a survey after each webinar you attend, and your feedback is really crucial to us for planning not only the next series, but just feedback for our overall project. The next webinar is scheduled for next Thursday, January 12th, and then will be every other Thursday through the end of March for this series. And we're also planning a how-to series that would begin in April. So definitely be watching for that. You must attend at least 4 of the 7 of these webinars between January and March to earn that 2 hours of ECP credit. We are recording the webinars and they will be posted to our website as a resource, but credit is only available for attending the live sessions. Okay. So in order to learn about Montana Child Care Business Connect, we want to talk just a little bit about what is 0 to 5 Montana. Some of you know, some of you may not. So what is 0 to 5 Montana? As part of the 0 to 5 network that is seed funded by the Headwaters Foundation, 0 to 5 Montana serves as the statewide advocacy organization. We join other locally led coalitions across Western Montana that are working together to give children a great start in life and a promising future. 0 to 5's local collaboratives operate independently with their own budgets and work plans, but we are all united by a common co-created theory of change. Working in partnership with communities, tribes, policymakers, employers, parents, and others, 0 to 5 Montana promotes a nonpartisan agenda to advance early childhood policy strategies through innovative partnerships, collaboration, and sustainable solutions. Our mission is to work for our children, for our future, and our vision is a Montana dedicated to every child. 0 to 5 is fiscally sponsored by Intermountain Children's Home, and we are a 501c3 organization. So 0 to 5 Montana is all about collaboration, and here are a few of the things that we're currently involved in. Starting in the fall of 2020, Montana statewide was selected to participate in the first cohort of the Early Care and Education Business Collaboratory through First Children's Finance, which is a national organization. The collaboratory is an innovative cross-sector planning process designed to help states implement business side improvements to ensure a robust childcare system that meets local needs. This work builds from existing data, reports, and projects related to childcare access and affordability. And being involved in the business collaboratory work was a crucial step in 0 to 5 Montana being able to launch the Montana Childcare Business Connect. We also have Family Forward Montana, which provides resources about family-friendly business practices, which we all know can support employers in recruiting and retaining employees. So if you want to find out more information about Family Forward, you can visit our 0 to 5 website, which we're going to take a look at towards the end really quickly. We also partner with many other state and national partners, including the Department of Public Health and Human Services, Department of Labor and Industry, the Governor's Office, RAISE Montana, the CCR&R agencies, Montana Association for the Early Education of Young Children, Montana Head Start Association, Salish Kootenai College, the Economic Development Organizations and the Small Business Administration, the Montana Cooperative Development Center, and many others. So through statewide and local community partnerships, we work to identify and advance innovative and sustainable program and policy solutions that work for Montana by connecting and convening stakeholders and partners, communicating resources and information, and supporting communities and providers to develop sustainable solutions. 0 to 5 Montana is the state policy lead for the Alliance for Early Success, 0 to 3 Building Strong Foundations, First Children's Finance ECE Business Collaboratory, and the National Home Visiting Coalition. We also participate in state coalitions, including the Montana Advocates for Children, or MAC, as most of us know that, the Montana Preschool Alliance, and the Montana Infant Toddler Policy Work Group. The policy team at 0 to 5 Montana consists of Caitlin Jensen, our executive director, Jenna Rhodes, who is our policy manager and right now legislative session guru, Alex Dubois, who's the business and community engagement manager, Carrie Spotted Bear is our tribal policy coordinator, and Karen Gilbert is our communications manager. We're also currently hiring for a development and operations director, and we'll be hiring for a program and office coordinator. Okay, so now what is Montana Childcare Business Connect? So in May of 2022, 0 to 5 Montana was awarded a 2.5-year, $5 million grant through the Department of Public Health and Human Services, ARPA funding, specifically to support business practices through specialized training and technical assistance. Out of the strategic planning work, once the grant was awarded, the Montana Childcare Business Connect program was born. Montana Childcare Business Connect is the statewide hub for childcare business development and innovation. We provide small business support to create a big community impact. We're still putting many pieces in place and rolling parts of the project out, but we're excited to share with you today who we are, what we're doing, where we're at right now, and what our future plans are. Okay, so our Connect team is comprised of myself as the program director, and I'm located in Choteau. I joined the team in July of 2022, and prior to that had been with the Early Childhood Services Bureau for over 11 years. Jason Nitschke is our Senior Childcare Business Advisor. He's located in Great Falls. Jason joined the team in October and came to us from a small business development center where he was a highly successful business advisor for many years and has a wealth of knowledge, experience, and accolades from his time there, as well as lessons learned personally from being a small business owner. Haida Borgonovo is our communications and outreach coordinator. She's located in Helena. Haida most recently joined the team. She joined us in November. And she will primarily support the internal team with our communications and marketing work. She is a whiz at putting things together and making them look amazing. And part of her role will also to support some of the community capacity building work within communities if they need assistance with getting started on any outreach or marketing around their plans. Alex Dubois is the business and community engagement manager. She's located in Butte. She shares some time between the policy team and our project. And on our project is mainly supporting the community capacity building work and will work closely with the community navigator once that position is filled. Caitlin, of course, our executive director, is our fearless leader and guides the vision for the organization as a whole. And then we contract with Jennifer Owen out of Billings to provide some project management just due to the scope and magnitude of this project and the relatively short time frame that we have. And she is also leading and developing the peer mentoring piece of this project. We are currently in the process of hiring our community navigator, and we'll also be posting that program and office coordinator position soon as well, which will also be a bit of a shared position with 0 to 5 as a whole. And then as we move forward and the work continues to build for this project, we're continually evaluating the need for additional staff. We hope we get too busy for those of us that are on the project right now. So we have a wealth of partners that are supporting and partnering and contracting with this work, and we will continue to build those partnerships to create a strong network of resources and support. So you can see from this list a lot of statewide agencies, as well as some federal, national partners that are working with us as well. So it's pretty exciting. Okay, so here's our theory of change. The mission of the Montana Child Care Business Connect project is to provide training, consultation, and technical assistance to employers, community leaders, and entrepreneurs to strengthen, grow, and sustain early care and education. Our vision is a Montana that is the best place to start a child care business because early education is innovative, supported, and valued. Our primary goal is to develop comprehensive ECE business supports through 5 key strategies, and those are interactive workshops, individual consultation, community capacity building, peer business mentoring, and a web-based resource center. There are 3 critical assumptions that underlie and motivate all of our work. And those are that accessible early care and education supports Montana's children, families, and economy. That comprehensive early care and education business supports will improve ECE infrastructure and availability. And that improved early care and education business management will contribute to the development of a respected child care workforce and industry. So for our strategies to be successful, we need to ensure the following keys to success. And that's upfront stakeholder needs assessment that facilitates responsive programming, communities that can identify their assets and leverage their strengths, internal staff capacity and budget match the task expectations for the project, that there are identified program measures to track progress and communicate results, and that there's documentation of program strategies to help transfer learning to policy. I do want to note that as one of the deliverables in the stakeholder needs assessment, our first annual survey will be launched next week. And will be open for 2 weeks. The survey will be sent via email to all licensed and registered providers, and I will be sharing it out to the CCR&R agencies and Raise Montana to help spread the word as well. We would love to get as many back as possible and have a large return rate percentage, and there will be a drawing for some gift cards for those that respond with a completed survey. So either be watching for it in your inbox, or if you're in an agency that can help spread the word to encourage people to return that, we would appreciate it. So now I'm going to walk you through the 5 key strategies within the grant. We refer to them as the arms of the grant, or I refer to them as the arms of the grant, and talk about what the goal is of each one, and also what is currently happening and what future plans are within each of those arms. So the first arm is interactive workshops. The goal of the interactive workshop component is to provide relevant, timely, and professional business training content to childcare providers throughout the state. Trainings are available to all provider types in all phases of business development and operation, as well as employers, community leaders, or entrepreneurs interested in starting a childcare business. Training content is primarily related to financial operations, business management, attracting and retaining early childhood workforce, and other related training modules. Professional development opportunities will be offered on an ongoing basis. There will be training offerings from First Children's Finance that will be virtual. We have this tiny training series, and this series through March is our What Is series. And as I mentioned, the next series planned to start in April will be more of a how-to series. We do have an annual summit that we will be planning, and we're looking at fall for that. And then we'll be scheduling, creating any of that additional training opportunities as we receive feedback about what is most needed out there related to business needs. So individual consultation is the next arm. The goal of the individual consultation component is to support the creation and maintenance of high quality childcare businesses throughout the state. This work will be carried out in 2 main approaches: direct consultation with our childcare business advisor, and then independent TA through a network of industry professionals that we'll be building out. TA priorities include business stabilization, assessments and planning, startup or expansion planning, financial planning and projections, support for employer-sponsored childcare models, and funding opportunities and strategies. So our business advisor, Jason, offers one-on-one consultation for anything business related, but particularly some of the topics I just mentioned. And as I mentioned earlier, Jason came from a small business development center where he had been a business advisor for many years. And he also worked with childcare programs and helped support several with some significant expansion projects and also some community innovation projects. So he is definitely aware of the early childhood field and is a great resource. So you can schedule an appointment with Jason directly from our Childcare Business Connect page on the website, or you can just reach out directly if you have questions. Eventually, we will also have a cadre of industry-specific consultants like insurance agents, public health, architects, anybody like that that has any sort of a connection to starting, owning, operating a childcare program that will be available for short-term consultation. And we're still building that out. Okay, so the next arm is community capacity building. The goal of the community capacity building component is to develop a series of tools and techniques to support identified communities in systems level planning and problem solving to establish childcare where the local market presents unique challenges to business development. Services offered will include facilitation of community meetings, readiness assessments and feasibility studies, gap analysis and problem solving, strategic planning, recommendations of successful collaborative and sustainable models, technical expertise on funding models and strategies, and assistance with outreach and marketing as needed. We will be launching a cohort later this spring for communities that are working towards childcare solutions specific to their communities. So applications and more information will be coming very soon. The fourth arm of the grant is our peer business mentoring. So the goal of the peer business mentoring component is to create a structured business incubator, accelerator for new and expanding childcare businesses throughout the state. This component targets businesses in the early launch phase, so either from concept and planning through the first year of operations. Businesses transitioning from family group to center-based care, or businesses planning a significant expansion in enrollment. Business owners will be matched with peer mentors and supported by subject matter experts for a 12-month cohort. Mentors do not have to be childcare business owners, but any successful business owner that could provide mentorship support. This piece is designed to increase the overall supply of childcare in the state by providing business support and peer networking to new and expanding businesses. The year-long mentorship will provide mentor guidance, expert training, and networking opportunities to improve the likelihood of operational success. Mentor and protege pairs will meet at least monthly to develop business plans, financial projections, policies and procedures, and other core deliverables. Expert training each month will help to close that knowledge gap that many new business owners face and provide rich content for the mentor-protege relationship. There will be quarterly networking sessions to ensure that providers across the state are connected to peers, advisors, and support services that will sustain their operations over time. So upon successful completion, business owners will receive a mini grant to support their new venture, as well as certifications and additional incentives. Mentors will also benefit through training, mentor networking sessions, development of leadership and coaching skills that apply to their own professional lives, as well as a stipend. Mentors and proteges will be recruited statewide throughout the whole state. Recruiting will begin soon, and we plan to have a kickoff event for the first group of mentors and proteges this spring. So the final arm of the grant is the web-based resource center. The goal of the resource center component is to create a comprehensive, multi-functioning online hub for childcare businesses and communities to access resources, toolkits, business briefs, guides, networking, training and technical assistance, and resources from local, state, and national partners. We will document case studies of outcomes from our Child Care Business Connect project, provide opportunities for crowdsourcing and connecting with other directors or owners, offer information for employers interested in on-site childcare, and compile all of the project components in one easily accessible portal that will be available beyond the grant period. It will serve as a repository of successful early childhood businesses and community models. And it will include projects from the grantees that have received the state's innovation grants, because we're working with several of those, and we'll be building some case studies out. The website will be designed to target existing childcare providers, entrepreneurs, and new startup businesses, as well as community leaders and employers working to support family-forward practices and childcare solutions within their communities. We are working with a web designer to build out this resource hub with the goal to launch the initial site in March and then continue to just build that site as we move forward. We do have two kind of additional projects that we're working on that are outside of the arms of the grant, but included in this project. And the first is to create a cost of care tool that is very specific to Montana, as well as training that will go along with that. We recognize that there is a tool currently being utilized within Stars to Quality, and we want to build on that and to create a tool that has more specific Montana information built into it, and that's the best tool to utilize when planning to start or expand a business. We are partnering with Prenatal Defy Fiscal Strategies, which is a national organization, on this project. The other project that we're working on is specific to insurance. And so we're also working on hopefully finding a solution to the barriers that are currently being caused by insurance companies or rates, to create a shared insurance market for childcare providers that would speak to affordability and access to insurance plans for all provider types. That one is a big undertaking, so we're plugging away on that one. Okay, where are we at? Do we have like 4 minutes left? Okay, so that was a pretty fast and high level overview of the grant and where we're at with it, but we hope that you've learned more about Montana Child Care Business Connect and can share our work and message across the ECE system and within communities, and refer people to us that have business needs for their childcare programs. As Montana's statewide hub for childcare business development and innovation, we're working hard to support the success of existing childcare providers, as well as to inspire entrepreneurs, employers, and leaders to invest in and support childcare systems within their communities and statewide. We feel that we're contributing to successful futures in Montana by providing small business support to create that big community impact. We're all very excited about this project and being able to provide those business specific supports to an industry where it is very much needed. And as I mentioned, your feedback is crucial to the success of the overall project. So we are asking that you complete our survey. It's a very quick one for trainings. If you're not able to scan the QR code here, I will also be sending the survey link out via our ECP registration site where you get the reminders and all of that. I will be sending that out once we're done. So we encourage you to either reach out to me if you have overall questions about the program, or to Jason if you need individual consultation. He works within a system that is within the SBDC network, and it's confidential. It's a very secure system. So just know that that's part of that process. We also encourage you to follow us on social media and to sign up to receive our newsletter to stay up to date, not only on the work of Montana Child Care Business Connect, but also 0 to 5 Montana. So if you've not yet been to our website, I'm going to try to get out of here and pull it up really quickly just so you can see where to find our information. So let me see if it's going to let me do this. So our website is 0to5.org, all spelled out. And when you go to what we do, Montana Child Care Business Connect, this is our page here. And we're adding to it all of the time. You can register for this webinar series here. There's a few resources there already. There is an intake form for technical assistance, but you can also just schedule directly with Jason right from here. It shows his calendar openings. And so if you're needing one-on-one consultation and you know your needs, you can do it there, or you can go through this intake form and we can sort of help determine what those needs might be. So let me get back to that. So I don't think we have we have like a minute, but not much time to take questions. So, and I'm not sure if there's been any in the chat, but we will definitely get back to you if there are questions in the chat. Again, we encourage you to reach out with any questions, comments, feedback. Please do the survey. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week for What is the Business Plan with Jason. So we just wish you a great rest of the week. Thanks, everyone.